Freedom! Freedom! After college, I could finally enjoy my life because college life for me was tough. I was very wrong. Life after college was way tougher. I thought that once I got a job, I would be able to have everything I wanted in life. It felt at first as if I were a small fish from a small aquarium who had just escaped into the big ocean. There were lots of uncertainties, especially in terms of money. Nobody taught me anything about money in school. So after school, I was on my own to figure everything out. Well, that's life. You can't expect everything to be figured out for you. You have to do it. You have to figure everything out on your own. When I got my first paycheck, the first thought that came to mind was, what should I buy? What am I doing this weekend? How am I going to spend my money? You only live once, right? Or as they say, YOLO. And it's okay to treat yourself once in a while. It's okay to pamper yourself. It's okay to have fun in life. Then I got burned out at work. Those were the days when I kept asking myself, is this it? Is this all there is in life? Is this all there is to my career? You work, you spend, you work some more, and you spend some more until it turns into a cycle. You work just to maintain a lifestyle. Then I wondered to myself, is it possible that one day you won't need to work just to have a life? That's what I'm going to explore in this video. Just a little warning though, if you are an heir of Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, or Bill Gates, you're probably watching the wrong video. Of course, you're still welcome to watch and I hope you subscribe as well. But I'd like to emphasize that this video is for ordinary people like myself who want to achieve financial independence using tools that are available to everyone. As a young professional, your net worth is expected to be low. And that's fine. I'm hoping that by watching this video, you'll pick up some nuggets that will help you increase your net worth. Knowing your net worth is important because it is a step toward achieving financial freedom, which is designing the lifestyle you want without relying on money. Why is it important to understand net worth? Understanding net worth is what distinguishes the rich from the poor. It's something that makes the rich people become even richer and the poor become even poorer. The rich buy things that bring money into their pockets. They acquire assets. For example, shares in the stock market, income-generating properties, or a piece of land that they can convert into a business. On the contrary, the poor purchase items that deplete their savings. They purchase liabilities. For example, a new cell phone, a new car, or anything else purchased with a credit card. Despite the fact that the wealthy people purchase some liability items, they make sure that their assets outnumber their liabilities. One of the simplest indicators of your financial well-being is your net worth. Simply understanding this puts you on the right track. You can calculate your net worth by subtracting your assets from your liabilities. As an example, consider the following. Assets. Stock market investment, 500,000 pesos. Land, 800,000 pesos. So your total assets is 1.3 million pesos. Liabilities. Mortgaged car, 600,000 pesos. Credit card balance, 100,000 pesos. So, your total liabilities is 700,000 pesos. Therefore, your net worth is 1.3 million pesos minus 700,000 pesos equals 600,000 pesos. Is this a decent net worth? Of course, it is a good net worth because it is positive. According to Robert Kiyosaki, it's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep. How hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. You could make $1 million today, but if you squander it tomorrow, it won't matter how much you made. Even if you're just starting out in your career, even if you're still young, you need to understand your net worth so that you can be aware of your spending habits. Now that you know your current net worth, how can you increase it? 1. Invest in yourself. As a young professional, invest in yourself. Read financial books, attend seminars, and participate in webinars. Don't rely solely on your employer's training. Essentially, they design those courses so that you can become an asset to their company. So, go out there and figure out how you can add more assets to your portfolio. Invest in education. Make an investment in your health. Invest in your well-being. Make an investment in yourself. 2. Build up an emergency fund. What does an emergency fund have to do with increasing net worth? Keep in mind that an emergency fund is a sum of money set aside for unforeseen events in life. For example, a sudden loss of job, a natural disaster, or someone in the family becoming ill who does not have health insurance. The last thing you should do during these incidents is sell your assets. Your emergency funds will assist you in safeguarding your asset accumulation. 3. Pay off your debt. We already know that a debt is a liability, and I don't expect you to have many debts at the start of your career. But suppose you have a student loan. When you start earning money, one of your top priorities should be to pay off your debts. The sooner you pay off your debts, the better. If you have multiple loans, there are two ways to manage it. The first is known as the debt avalanche method. It entails making minimum payments on all debts and then directing any extra funds towards paying off the debt with the highest interest rate. The second one is called the debt snowball method. It involves paying minimum payments on all debt, then paying off the smallest debts first before moving on to the bigger ones. Both methods are helpful, and it is up to you to choose which one to use. The debt avalanche method can result in lower interest payments over time, but it takes discipline. The debt snowball method is more expensive, but it produces faster results because seeing that you've paid off one debt builds momentum and motivation to pay off the rest of your debts. So, it depends on your situation which method you want to use. The most important thing is that you pay your debts no matter what method you use. Also, while you're at it, try not to take out another loan, okay? 4. Surround yourself with the right crowd. As the motivational speaker Jim Rohn famously said, we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. It's true. If you spend most of your time with spenders and shopaholics, you will most likely become a spender and a shopaholic as well. But if you spend most of your time with those who are into saving and investing, then you will also acquire their habits. Just like when you were still in school, if you associate with those who spend time in the library to study, you will develop the same habit. Therefore, find a group that could influence you to develop a good habit, especially in the aspect of managing your finances. 5. Acquire new skills. Learn new skills that interest you, even if they are unrelated to your profession. For example, if you work as an accountant, you might want to consider becoming a better public speaker. You could also be a doctor who is interested in online marketing and business. Go ahead, do the things that bring you joy, even if they're not related to your profession. Acquiring additional skills may not be required for your job, but it will benefit you in the long run. Who knows? You might be able to generate an additional income stream from that new skill. Most importantly, learn how to manage your money. 6. Invest your money. Of course, at first, learn to save money. Then, invest the money you've saved so that it can grow. There are many ways to do that. The simplest method is to use mutual funds. It's simple and it is suitable for beginners. It's the simplest to get started with and the least expensive. In fact, you can begin investing in mutual funds with as little as 1,000 pesos. It is the best option for young professionals who are busy and don't have a lot of time to trade. And the best part is that mutual funds is tax-free in the Philippines, at least for the time being. So before they decide to tax mutual funds, you should take advantage of this opportunity. 7. Live below your means. This is the simplest of all suggestions. However, this is the most frequently broken rule. It's very straightforward. If your monthly income is 10,000 pesos, you should not spend more than 10,000 pesos per month. Isn't that common sense? Nonetheless, many people still overspend. If you noticed in your tracking system that your total earnings are 10,000 pesos and your total expenses are 15,000 pesos, you might be wondering where the extra 5,000 pesos came from. Perhaps your extra 5,000 pesos was obtained through a loan. Take note, that 5,000 pesos is your future money that you spent now. If you keep doing that habit of overspending, you will be buried in debt one day. Therefore, you must understand how much you are earning in order for you to know how much you should be spending. Those 7 financial tips have been around for hundreds of years. These pieces of advice are timeless. It is critical that you develop the habit of managing your finances early in your career. Begin small. Begin while you still have a small amount of money. You'll have more money one day. By starting small, you will have mastered the discipline of controlling your cash flow by that point. You can improve your net worth by increasing your income without increasing your spending. And I know you're capable of it. Believe me. Or should I say, believe in yourself. For someone like you who never stops seeking for self-improvement, you can be unstoppable. This has been Franklin Vios. See you in the next video.